Tuning into the Black House Fire Radio, and you're listening. Yes, massive wagwan. Andrew Robinson, your Jamaican brother, there, reaching out to all the massive on the African continent, and you're tuning into the Pan African Show with your host, none other than Zhou Ding, from Monday to Friday. Stay tuned. Andrew Robinson, love, respect, and justice for all. Big up that.
That's what they're waiting for.
Oh shit, I've been the one where them waiting for. Tell me what you think has been waiting for. Pull up in the bus now, we racing stuff. Go chasing me like I'm ghost faking. I don't act like you know me. You don't know my story. Real niggas don't snitch. They wanna share in my glory. Yeah. Open up Montana. Really like Tony Montana. Tell you that you turn up. And if you come try me now, yawa. Open up Montana. Really like Tony Montana. Tell you that you turn up. And if you come try me now, yawa.
Man, I'm not marijuana. Any nigga wanna smoke like a sauna. I let my dogs out the leash, no warning. And how she want me, but I don't wanna. I push a drop top, gotta be foreign. Yeah, find me in there, I'm just sorry. I done been in the dark with slowly. Now they tell me what is yours like Tony. I like a thing, my thing, nasty, nasty. And I make her run it like an athlete. That a nigga practice. Lay your accent, talk sassy. That was in the past, now first down pass. On me, you didn't really go that. You just can't really show that. Let's talk to us.
I be the one where them waiting for. Tell me what you think that we waiting for. Pull up in the bus now, we racing stuff. Go chasing like I'm ghost killer.
Don't act like you know me.
You don't know my story.
Say what?
Guys don't snitch. They wanna share in my glory. Yeah. Open up Montana. Feeling like Tony Montana.
Mutiyelibe mutibana.
And if you come try me now, yawa. Open up Montana. Feeling like Tony Montana. Mutiyelibe mutibana. And if you come try me now, yawa.
Yes, and a very good warm afternoon all the way from the 254 Karibuni Sana to another beautiful episode of the Pan-African Bliss Show. This is the Black Fire Network radio station, media of the 21st century, 46 minutes past the top of the hour. Today we are very, very late, but I hope you guys are doing great, having a wonderful week so far. It is a beautiful Thursday right here in the 254. Karibuni Sana to everyone live with me on TikTok. We are back on our 254 TikTok. A quick shout out to Mr. Black Fire who is right here with us. Shout out to also Black Sheriff. I see you. Thank you so much for tapping the screen, and to everyone also who is following us. That is the live creator. I appreciate you, sana. Shout out to also K Williams who is also with us right here on YouTube. Shout out to Mzales. Karibuni Sana. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day so far at work, whatever you're doing. Karibuni Sana, and thank you so much for tuning in. A quick shout out to everyone with me also on the radio. Remember, if in case you are on the radio, you can pin your comments on the show page, and for those who are on the show page, remember to chat live with us. That is on the chat room. Karibuni Sana, where today we shall be talking about China. And that is China writing off that is unspecified amount for Zimbambwe interest-free loan. Now, Zimbabwe currently for the last 2 weeks, that is after they launched ZIG, that is the new currency that they were supposed to be introducing 2 weeks ago, that is backed by gold. And we saw the US yesterday coming out and say that, this move actually, or unfortunately, there's no, any currency that is supposed to be used to, literally no money that can be used to, amount to this new currency, so they shall continue using the dollar. And that is actually personally a move where I see that they're trying to stop Zimbabwe from literally using a true currency that is backed by something that is real, not something that is fake. And I feel like that is why we can see China right now writing an unspecified amount in terms of loan, and which we saw yesterday, the Prime Minister of Barbados also speaking about it. Africa does not require, never needed any help from anyone. But it's crazy how the Western powers always keep on pushing these agendas to us. Every time we try to literally stand up and become independent, we see the West coming out with different opinions, different, decisions and different answers for African countries. But when is the question that Africa, when is it that Africa will truly get independent? When will it become true decision bearers and decision makers of our own deeds and everything that we want to literally implement in the African continent? So that is what we shall be talking about as our major focus of the day, because I want to take you guys through for why this is happening. Because do remember that Zimbabwe, again, it did launch a new currency backed up by gold, which you can see it's a motion that is trying to be stopped both by the China, which is actually funded and backed by the US. And also you can see that Zimbabweans right now are being forced to use the US dollar before they figure out another new way of how they can literally work this out. And also we shall be talking about the UN chief who has actually appealed attention to the eastern parts of DRC Congo, and we're talking about the North Kivu, where we can see literally there's so much that has been happening in these parts. But it's always the UN always giving us reports of what is happening in Africa every now and then. But the same organization feeding us information about the continent, they're the same people who won't let the continent literally flourish again, be decision makers. We shall also be talking about what is happening in Burkina Faso, where they have actually expelled French diplomats, and I'll be giving you much more details about that. We shall also be talking about a Nigerian pastor who is pushing a malaria vaccine. They're calling it a conspiracy theory, but if you look at the matters of literally VACCIN is in Africa, we know this is not anything we require. Personally, I push so much for Africans to start using herbals instead of synthetic drugs. And that is what we shall be debating about. And also much more coming from countries that is also in the eastern parts of East Africa itself, where we can see floods is literally becoming super crazy. And thousands of people are being displaced and dying because of floods. And we shall also talk about, again, UN reporting about widening global inequality in sexual and reproductive health, and right where we can see actually most of the women are likely 130 times in Africa to die because of pregnancy, and unlike Europe and northern parts of America. So karibuni sana, that is our topic of today. Stick till the end of the show. I began with an amazing jam that is Mr. Easy featuring Tiger and Mr. Easy and Tiger, and the name of the jam is Tony Montana. One of the best literally released way back in 2018, 2019, if I'm not wrong. And this is by the one and only, also still Mr. Easy Doing featuring Simi, and I hope you guys get to enjoy this. One of my favorites too. Karibuni sana to the Pan-African Bliss show of today.
Supposed to link up, but you be chosen. But if your love they hide me like you be holy. Oh baby, don't leave me lonely.
Shatu Mzales in the building. He says, your job in my person. I see you. Where is Kamlesh? Kamlesh is trending. Blackwood Fire currently is trending right now in the 254 as you speak. Our yesterday show was fire.
I got a pocket full of money and all I wanna do is spend it on you. This feeling is killing me, baby. Tell me what I for two. If your love is be elegant, and I do like your belly dance. You pose it be elegant, yeah. Tell me if you don't know. Oh yeah, wash it, banana. Original no further. Oh yeah, wash it, brother. I remember when you told me, say I'll be bad girl, but I'm not the only. Do you? Your love
Yes, and my quote of today says, your worth consists in what you are and not in what you have. That is my quote of today. Your worth consists in what you are, not what you have. Remember that. Not the amount of money, not the amount of wealth, literally is who you are. From the bottom of your heart.
The Black Fire Radio, and you're listening to.
Yes, welcome. This is the Pan-African Bliss Show, and you're listening to the media of the 21st century, the Black Fire Network radio station. And of course, we are located in the 254, Florida, and also Uganda. So in case you're literally right here for the first time, Karibu Sana, we are an online international radio station, and you can find us officially on your Google Play Store. In case you are an Android user, kindly do get 1 minute of your time and rush to the Google Play Store, download our app, which gives you the opportunity to stay connected on all our streaming platforms, including YouTube, including Twitter, including Facebook, including Rumble, including BitChute, and including the website itself, which are also live. So in case you are right there, you are on the radio, you can also pin your comments. That is on our show page, which takes you direct to the chat room, and you'll be able to see your comments coming through over there. So karibuni sana, stay connected, and remember you can also purchase amazing merchandise which we have on our apparel store, and we also have the Black Fire Network store, which you see under the category. We have amazing things. So you have the luggages, bags, in case you want to travel, come for a tour in Africa. Kindly ensure you purchase your suitcases and luggages and bags with us as the Black Fire Network radio station. We also have that is terms of t-shirts. We have hoodies, especially for the 254 people. It is crazy, literally cold, especially during the night. So ensure you literally warmed up and you stay connected also with the Black Fire Network. Shout out to Kay Williams. I see you saying that, what did your family think of you now? I don't know, man. I remember we were having this debate yesterday on the chat. I left you guys when you are still continuing, so I don't know for how long you guys went. But I don't know what they think of me now, being honest. I'm not sure, and I don't care, being honest. As much as I do care, I want to know, I want to see them seeing me prosper. That is one thing for sure. I really want to see, especially my dad. I want him to live long to just see me prosper. I just want him to literally live long to see me prosper. And I want to shame him. That is one of my biggest goals. You see, when Kid says he loves giving revenge and literally seeing people's, being astonished because of the life-changing times in life. For me, I just want to see him. I want to see him live long to see me flourish, and I want to shame him. Literally. And when I speak about shaming him, I want his name out. I want him literally to see me talking about him. This is yet to get him, because I remember in 2022 when I was in Tanzania, when he called me, he was like, "Oh, I heard you speaking about me on the radio, you're telling stories about me, I'm like, "You've not seen yet. You've just been told. So I want you to see me speak." Okay? So I don't know what he's been told, or rather what he knows about me, but he knows I'm doing great. That is one thing I know. I know for sure that my cousin, one of them that I speak with, is literally updating him about my life. So I'm so certain about that. But also CK William says that I know they want some money, lol. Of course, I told you my sister blocked me yesterday because I couldn't send her money. Shout out to her. Well, I'm not here to literally make you keep on styling yourself while I have real things to deal with, F blood, okay? I'm always very quick to let go of that. Just being honest, and pardon my French. Sometimes blood ain't thicker than water, You have to just look for the thicker blood sometimes outside, and which I found outside more than I could found in my own. And I also see you saying Africa still taking those loans, never learn. I know that is what we shall be talking about. And also see you saying that, Joby, you have 5 bank accounts, help Africa out. Come on, that is not me. Shout out to the Senegalese president. Well, we spoke about publicizing assets, but I'm not gonna publicize mine. Personally, I'm not a leader yet, in terms of politicians. In terms of a politician, my leadership role does not allow me to publicize my assets. And I also see you saying that you are a big time now. Period. And that's just on period. But anyway, Karibuni sir, that is K Williams with that is amazing jokes right there. As we get started, I want to start with, of course, with my very own country. Right here in the 254, I want to start by talking about what is happening in terms of the current investigation of the cough syrup that has killed mounts of children or a number of children in so many African countries. That was in 2022 when I was reporting about Gambia being amongst the countries that was highly affected by the cough syrup that actually was produced in India, which we saw last week. There was an article released them lying that this was released in South Africa and produced in South Africa, which is a lie. Now, I remember when we were having this debate, shout out to Kate and Jerry, wherever she is, if she's listening. I saw her today in the morning say that Black Hot Fire Network should be cancelled. Shout out to you. Shame on you too. Okay? But anyway, we continue. That was last 2022. We spoke about the cough syrup being actually, after Gambia's talking about it, we saw Uzbekistan talking about it. Then we had Cameroon, and also we had Nigeria, which recently came out and spoke about now them. Shout out to Nigeria. I wondered about this because I spoke about Nigeria and I was like, why are they not talking about this? Because it was only Gambia pushing for them to investigate the case of the cough syrup, and they were at some point actually compensated some amount, but they refused. That is for the Gambians. And I remember for Nigerians, they went silent, which actually for me, actually, I questioned a lot. Why is it that they're silent about you losing a child? Ain't you apparent enough? That is just a question. Cameroon also didn't speak much about it. Uzbekistan, I think they received the compensation that the US government or the Indian government was giving them, so they went silent. But apparently, news coming in this week, Kenya is among the affected countries because of this cough syrup. We also have Tanzania, we have Uganda, we also have Zimbabwe, we have Eswatini, and so many other countries, because we don't know till where or for how long did this cough syrup spread before they actually did detect that it has affected already so many other people. But Kenya is one among the countries that has joined several African countries in expressing concerns over baleen pediatric, a children's cough syrup following recent toxicity findings. So the crazy part is baleen. Where is baleen located, you guys? Can you let me know? Because the last time I checked, this incident was supposed to be blamed on India. So I don't understand why India right now is being found innocent and not anywhere mentioned. We've seen South Africa being accused. Now we can see Benylin. Is it Benylin? Yeah, Benylin pediatric, over concerns over Benylin pediatric. That is the name of the cough syrup, but it was released in India. Sorry, so I confused that. But they're saying that the countries are along Tanzania, Eswatini, Rwanda, South Africa, Nigeria, and Zimbabwe, and have all recalled a batch of the pharmaceutical company Johnson's and Johnson's products. Kenya Pharmacy and Poisons Board, the director, directed pharmaceuticals outlets countrywide to stop the distributions of the brand after its Nigerian counterparts recalled the drug over safety issues. So meaning this actually happened so recently. It didn't happen like that was either in 2022 once we had the detection that this cough syrup was toxic. Neither was it detected last year, but recently after Nigeria did actually recall that this cough syrup did affect a couple of children in its country. Speaking on the report during the briefing, Anthony Torici, the Pharmacy Board Safety Deputy Director, he confirmed that a batch of consisting of 11,184 units, which correspond with its Nigerian counterpart, was potentially toxic. They also add that in this case, the baleen pediatric syrup, the Nigerian authority, which is called NAFDAC, which is a National Authority of Food and Drug Administration and Control, did a sampling of that medicine in the Nigerian market, and they found that medicine to be of poor quality, and the impurity levels of diethylene and diethylene glycol was higher than expected. So they mandated what we call a recall of that product in Nigerian market. The recalled batch contained high impunity levels, and I think, according to, of course, that is what they're saying. But the question back is, just to make the whole statement simple and to stop beating around the bush, who's going to be held accountable for this? Every time when it comes to Africans, who is going to be held accountable for the lives lost? Why is it that only Africans are the ones to always go through pain but never get justice? Why just this continent? But again, I do have answers for that, because we don't control or own anything. We have no manufacturing industries. We have nothing in terms of literally production. We depend on the rest of the world with this kind of loans we're taking, while our resources, real shit, is being stolen right here, and nobody talks about that. Who's going to be held accountable again for the lives lost of these children in all these countries? Because trust me, as much as we can see these reports outside, I know Africa very well, including my own country. This is still going on. This is still being sold. People are still making money out of this, because understand again. And this is why we have this pastor coming from Nigeria, who's being called right now a conspiracy theorist, because of speaking the truth when it comes to the VACCINEs being spread in Africa. He goes by the name Chris Onyakilome. You can see his name right there on the screen, if you can pronounce it correctly. But I'll call him Chris. He's a Nigerian pastor, and he's pushing malaria vaccine. They're calling it conspiracy theory. I'll not call it conspiracy theory. They are calling it conspiracy theory. And they say that dressed in a signature closed neck suit. Of course, it's always expensive suits, not that also with the pastors. Let's not forget this is a business. Pastor Chris stared directly into the camera, declaring that there was never a proof that vaccines ever worked. This is a pastor, okay? And then understanding how politics works together with religion. Isn't it crazy that we've seen a pastor coming to question VACCINEs? Are Africans trying to understand what this guy is talking about? Or is it another day of ignorance in Africa? Everyone has been lied to. That is what he said about. This is what he says. Everyone has been lied to about the vaccination. He said this in a sermon which was broadcasted on his church YouTube channel in February. But we're getting information right now, which is not too late for Africans to learn. Known as Pastor Chris, the 60-year-old is one of the Africa's best-known evangelical preachers. The BBC has reviewed dozens of his sermons from 2023 to 2024 and found that he has been spreading anti-vaccine messages to his followers, specifically targeting that the new malaria vaccine, as it's being distributed in African countries. Malaria is a huge problem in Africa. About 95% of malaria-related deaths occurred on the continent in 2022. With children under 5 accounting for around 80% of the deaths, according to the World Health Organization, which is another fake organization. Understand, they also actually exaggerate the numbers in Africa so that they can find an excuse to bring the VACCINEs in Africa. So the numbers must be exaggerated. Let's note that. In the last 6 months, Pastor Chris' company has also produced at least 5 to 20 minutes, anti-vaccine documentaries, broadcasting chat services, and also shared on his video streaming platforms, evading social media companies' policies against anti-vaccine content. The announcement last year of the rollout of a vaccine against malaria after decades of trying was hailed by experts as a major achievement that could save tens of thousands of lives. According to the UN Children's Agency, UNICEF, successful pilot vaccine campaigns since 2019 in Kenya, Ghana, and Malawi caused a 13% drop in the death of children of eligible age. But medical experts fear the influential pastor far-reaching sermons might negatively affect vaccine take-up in Africa. In August last year, he warned in a sermon of an evil agenda that has been long in the making. I mean, isn't he speaking facts? So one thing first and foremost, before I even continue with the whole article, one thing I've noted with the pastors, these people are very well informed about the truth that most of their followers don't have any idea about. But because of their influence in the people or in people's lives, they can positively save people or negatively affect people's life. So in this case, we can see this is a positive remark happening. And there's something we're being told about pastors being very well informed. And they know so much that we don't. Because again, politically agendaed and politically, how politically it's being used as a weapon to keep people indoctrinated, it can work. It can work. So you have the influence to lie to people or tell them the truth. And since politics and religions that work together, these two organizations know what they're doing to the people. But on this case, we can see a positive one for the first time, which we've not been seeing for the last 2 years in Africa. He then spread a conspiracy theory, which they call, underline that, they call it a conspiracy theory, popular in the anti-vaccine community, that the vaccines are a way of depopulating the world. We didn't have to say it as black hot fire. A pastor is the one reporting this. For this YouTube, this is for educational purposes. This is for educational purposes. If Black Hot Fire said this is a conspiracy theory, or if we said actually anything about the VACCINE's being an agenda to depopulate the world, especially Africa, Black Hot Fire would be banned right now. Shout out to Katie again. Shout out to her again. Black Hot Fire would be banned. But because we're pushing the truth, and the pastor is pushing the truth, we will support the pastor and read what the pastor is saying. He also falsely said that malaria was never a problem to those in Africa. Hasn't Keith been teaching us this for quite a long time, where Africa, and it's very well known, you don't even need to be told, Africa, we never had any diseases. If you do information or research yourself, you'll see that. We live very healthily. We never had no Indomies. We never had no canned meat or canned foods. All we knew is organic food as African people. So where did the diseases come from? And why is it that right now we see in the world, majority, it's Africans who are highly affected and need help? You know? A question we need answers about. Why is it that right now Africa is the number one affected continent when it comes to diseases, while it's never had any? We had herbal medications, which we heavily believed and relied on, and not actually just believe and relied on. I've shared this, and I always love going back to that video, because personally, I think either I have information about my past life. Personally, I always feel like either I have some information about my past life, because I can visualize some images that I've not experienced, but I know, and I know they are there. I can visualize images about Africa and our past culture, and I believe in that. And I've told that even a couple of times right here. I don't know where this information comes from in my head, but I just know it is true. And I see it. I don't just speak about it. I see it in front of my eyes. Like, this is how it used to be. But according to my experience, when you talk about herbs, and I've spoken about this a couple of times, personally, I've grown up with a dad who heavily believes in both synthetic drugs and traditional herbal medications. So that is a confused person at the same time. But I've also, in the village, when I was growing up, I remember the first thing I've given was sharing that story right here with Kamlesh. I was once bitten by a dog. I had not to be taken to a hospital. I remember the only thing that they did is cut onions and salt, and they put the onion on the bite that the dog had bitten me, and I was okay. Trust me, I never had to get any tetanus injection the way we always told to do. You need to get a tetanus injection. It was just a piece of onion cuttings and salt and the wound was okay. Never had to go to any hospital. Never. If you have stomachache, majority in Africa, you're told boil warm water, some warm water, and put some salt in it, and your stomach is gonna be okay. Or drink some warm water, and that is gonna be fine. You don't need to use any type of chemicals, synthetic drugs for you to be fine. Personally, lately, I've been learning and I'm teaching myself, because I know it's wrong to use actually medications when you are in your periods as a woman. And I think Katie was teaching this some time back on Wellness Wednesday. She did do a good show on that. And you're not supposed to take any painkillers when you are on your periods as a woman. You're supposed to just, and we're not supposed to be having also any pain during our periods at the same time. So one of the biggest contribution to pain is either the food we take, the drinks we drink, or the unhealthy lifestyle we live. Because for me, I have very crazy periods. I have to take painkillers to keep on going. I have to take, but it's not required. Because I remember I was being told this when I was at my early stages of periods, and I was being told, stop taking synthetic drugs, stop relying on this. But the pain is too much. I can't really hold into this. But again, it goes back to what are we eating? What are we consuming? You know, the healthy ways of living as African people, which we've really completely lost. But back to this pastor's story, everything he's telling is true. Because as African people, what he just said, malaria was never a problem to those in Africa. Not just to those in Africa, but Africa, we never had diseases. And if we did, we had our very natural ways, natural underlying ways of dealing with this. Today, we're so heavily reliant either on religion until we die. That is Africa today. Either we pray to Jesus until the disease is gone. You know, there are people who will literally lose their family members because of praying. While it's a situation you can actually take someone to the hospital at the same time. But we do have such kind of religions where you're not supposed to take your beloved one to the hospital. It is very active in Africa. If your family members become sick, don't take them to the hospital. Pray for them. They're going to be okay. And that's how we end up losing our people, because we're believing in someone who doesn't even exist, number one. You know, it is crazy. It is so crazy. But he also has, spreading false information about vaccines. They are saying that spreading false information about vaccines, especially from influential figures like religious leaders, can contribute to the perpetuation of myths and misconceptions, further fueling vaccine hesitancy. I mean, didn't you see that coming? This can have devastating consequences for public health, particularly in the WHO, African region where vaccines preventable disease occur frequently. They do need the VACCINEs. Pastor Chris' remarks were included as one of the disinformation trends to watch ahead of the malaria vaccine rollout in a report released in March by the WHO, backed the Africa Infodemic Response Alliance. We asked the pastor about his statement against vaccination through his companies and church's emails. We did not receive any response. He founded the Christ Embassy Church in Nigeria, main city Lagos, in the 1990s, and went to the amass hundreds of thousands of followers around the world. In 2011, he was featured in Forbes magazine as one of the Nigerians' richest pastors, with an estimated worth of $30 million. That is $50 million. $30 million to $50 million. That is 24 million euros to 40 million euros. According to the magazine, the pastor's diverse business interests include newspapers, magazine, local television stations, a record label, satellite TV, hotels, and extensive real estates. His empire, named Love World Inc., has since grown, and it now includes a streaming service, a messaging app with an over 1 million downloads on Google App Store and Microfinance Bank. In 1 week, Pastor Chris preaches at the church youth camp ground in Assese, along with all that. But I don't want to read the rest of the article. Everything this guy said is true. Nothing to be called a conspiracy theory right here. Do Africans need VACCINEs? No, we don't. Do we have actually natural ways and healthy ways of living as African people? Yes, we do. Which actually white people cannot stand and cannot take. About right today, if I could meet a Maasai man today right here in Rongai and meet a white man, I'd love to do a drug test on them by first giving them this Maasai drug, this natural herb. Because number one, once you take this herbal drug, because I've explained this before, the reason why Africans are afraid of them is because of the yeah, I'm sorry about that. Our internet today is really messed up as well, and Safaricom is not really the better option, you know. But anyway, yeah, with the person, everything he said, for me, that's all I'm gonna say. It is true, and I don't want to go back to the topic because I want to move on to the next one. Time is really going super crazy fast, but yep. I see K Williams says my quote of the day is, a wise man can learn more than a foolish question, more than wait, let me read that. A wise man can learn from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. I agree with that. That is actually a good one, a twisted one in a good way. But thank you so much for sharing your quote of the day. I appreciate. Shout out to Jiba Jaba in the building. He says, hi family, hi Joby, hi K Williams. Have a fruitful day. Have a fruitful day to you too, Jiba Jaba. Shout out to you. He also says, nobody will be held accountable. Of course. On that case of Kenya and the cough syrup that has actually caused so many children's death, nobody's going to be held accountable, you know. And the people to blame, number one, is this system, the leaders we have in the continent of Africa itself. And we start with the Kenyan president, we go to the Gambia president, we go to Uzbekistan president, Cameroonian president, where's Tinubu, the Nigerian president? These people are so busy taking foreign trips while their people are literally suffering, and the white people are having their way so easy in Africa. People are making billions out of literally benefiting from Africans' debt. Do you know how crazy this sounds? We have people making billions out of literally Africans dying every single day. Till when? That's the question. Till when? I also see K. Williams agrees with that, with the facts. And Aneteru Karibu Sana, hope you're doing great today. I'm good. How are you doing? Nice to see you. And Jiba Jaba says, off topic, your color palette is working today. Brown skin, oak braids, white jewelry, golden cup. Go ahead, Joby. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I also see you saying that you are connected to the ancestors' mind and spirit. Exactly. So with the video I was sharing about South Africa, about the herbs, I think I'm gonna do a show again about that very soon. but I want to do research on different types of herbs that I'll find helpful to you guys and which you can easily locate and see if you guys can find them. I'm not sure if in America you guys can actually access natural herbs. Kindly let me know. Is it so easy? Do you still guys actually, is there in any way? Because I know when you talk about organic food itself, it's very hard to get even today. We have now people like Bill Gates Foundation and Bill Gates himself being funded to do a couple of bunch evil things. And we've seen the agenda behind it. So I don't know if you guys still can actually access herbal medication. If so, let me know. So I'm gonna try come up with different ideas. I'm gonna come with a different bunch of herbs that you guys can use. And I also see Jibadaba says, right, we used to take cinnamon and cinnamon on toast for a belly ache. It works. Yeah, cinnamon actually is a very, very good natural herb. If you find not the grinded one, the powder, because I feel like the powder one is also somehow messed. You need to find the good cinnamon. Kamlesh, get out. Yeah, so we need to find the organic cinnamon, the one that is still very raw. Like, I don't know how to call it, but the stick like cinnamon. That is the best one. I don't like personally the powder cinnamon. Maybe on fries. I'll use cinnamon probably on fries. I know it sounds crazy, but I like cinnamon on fries. It tastes good. It has a good taste. It tastes good. Yeah, and turmeric. And also turmeric. You find the real turmeric is really nice, especially turmeric. Personally, I recommend turmeric in every food you eat. I'm a big lover of turmeric. Personally, I love turmeric on my food, Sana. And I also see Jibajaba says two shout outs to Katie. That's the African nature of kindness on display. I know. Imagine this lady today. I'm telling you, Black Hot Fire is trending today in Kenya. We have been
you guys are trending. Yeah, I think you guys are trending in Kenya. with Canvas's rant talking about some lady. I seen it when I was going to check the girl's Instagram. Check Sheila's Instagram post. I check all their posts when they get done on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And shout out to Parvin. Parvin's getting a lot of responses from her Twitter post. Her Twitter comments. She's doing other people's Twitter posts. Yeah. So when you hear Katie say we need to be banned, we banned her ass back to the village.
Yeah. Yeah, we are trending today. So I saw on the first post you shared with everyone on Instagram. Since Katie has blocked us as Black Hot Fire has blocked me, I can't be able to see the comments. So we were with Danny when we were taking breakfast today in the hotel. Then we're going through the comments, seeing what people have to say on about Kamlesh. Some people are trolling him, some people are agreeing with him, some people are trolling us as Black Hot Fire, which we've gotten so many followers. Our viewership has gone high. It's crazy. It's really
they talk. So you guys seen Katie's little comment?
Yeah, she's like, this is an online radio station. I don't know how it's called. It's located in Rongai and it needs to be cancelled. I'm like, God damn. You need to unblock me to talk to you because I'm about to tell you, you should go back to the prison. What are you doing free talking?
Hey, the best thing to do is like I should have fired her a long time ago. But the best thing, her friend works there. Shamani still works here, and she wants her friend not to have a job, to be fucked up like her. That's how sorry she is. That's just sad. It's just sad. We banned you back to the village with your loose ass. You banned back to the village with your loose ass. Go away. Go back to the village. Give your coochie up in the village. That's what you do.
Man, I was so mad in the morning, and then it was like, nah, you don't need to respond to others. So, I'm like, nah, I need to respond to.
Why are you so mad? Hey, you got to use the girl's computer. I don't know why you're so mad about it. It's funny. You ban your ass.
No, Keith, it's there for me. I don't know. It's me being raised right or just being an African, and I believe us being African.
Katie. I said Katie is sorry. Katie, Katie, but I kept it. Katie is sorry. That's who she is. So don't get mad about that. I love when people do shit. That makes me. I love it. She
Right.
she shows her jealousy instead of being happy for cameras and you guys trending. She shows who you are.
Yeah.
Instead of calling Shamani, say, "Oh, you guys are trending. Congratulations, Shamani." No, I want them banned. Listen, go give your loose coochie up in the village with your sorry ass.
Period.
That's what you do. Go back to the village and get your loose coochie up back there. That's what you do.
Man, and then the platform she's commenting on, the platform, you can talk to these people directly, so it's easy to ruin someone's name, very easy. So if I want her name done, tarnished, I can do that. Like, yo, can you just post this girl's name and just put this up, like make her the trending coochie after she's drunk?
what,
You
what,
make that
what,
happen.
what name, Joby? Katie's a nobody. What name? you can't destroy a nobody, Joby. You can't destroy
Man,
somebody. You can't destroy nobody. Let her. She's already destroyed
ungrateful
herself.
people. I hate ungrateful
Yes.
people.
I
It's
I
just
love I
one.
love that Joby. I love it. I love it because she's reveling in. That's when a person is reveling in shit and piss, Joby. And when somebody's all fucked up and you broken their spirit. Then you got. I told you. That's why I love. I got Spike's back. Spike saying crazy. I love breaking a motherfucker's spirit, breaking your soul. I love that shit. You can, so you go back to the village with your loose coochie ass. That's what you do. Just kidding. That's what you
Yeah.
do. You
That's
know
wild,
what I'm saying?
man. But yeah, I also see K. Williams says, okay, Joby and Katie are friends. Nah, friends with who? Excuse me? Nah, I don't even do friends, bro. No, I don't know who friends. I just know you. I don't do friends. I just know you and a person I know. Nah, if I call you a friend, yeah, I have nothing to call her a friend for. For me, nah. No, no, no. And also City Bajaba says, looks like an African pastor would be a good retirement plan scam. Those crocs are loaded. I know they are really loaded. They have estates, they have hospitals, schools running, literally a lot of things running. They are another whole bunch of politicians in another level.
Exactly, Jibba talk about toxic. She's not talking this crazy toxic shit. I let her scam people and do all kind of toxic shit.
Jibadaba says also over the years I've seen the tained cough syrup story in China and India as well as Africa. It's a huge problem. Yeah, first it started the one we're talking about. It was a India cough syrup produced in India. Then it landed in Gambia. Then I remember when the reports came in about Gambia, the government of Gambia said that the spreading of this cough syrup should stop. But it seems they didn't take an immediate effect about them stopping the spreading of the cough syrup from the pharmacies to the hospital and all that. It went on till the whole of East Africa is now affected because we're talking about Uganda, Tanzania, which we also have a bunch of children who've been affected by this. But the question again is who's gonna be held accountable for this? Where is the ministry? What is the Ministry of Trade in every African country doing? Why can't we check the products coming and going out of the continent before we do so? What is your job? There is just what is am I the one maybe not understanding what these people's roles is in the government? But what is your job?
My
What are you
job is
doing?
to my
Every
job is to
month you expect
my job
salary.
is to, my job is to steal money and and pray. Tell you to go either pray to Allah or pray to Jesus. That's my job. That's what you do.
You want to say yes. Oh Lord, you want to say yes, But I see Kiwilam saying that yes, we can get that Joby and Jibadaba says we can if we do your research exactly. Let me know like what kind of in terms of herbs, natural herbs, can you guys access in America? Because I know you can access maybe turmeric. I'm not sure.
Yeah, turmeric. Yeah,
Rosemary.
turmeric. Yeah, it's the same herbs grow in America that also grow in Africa. So it's just that they're trying to stop you. They're trying to stop you from getting it because they want to make everything GMO. Because remember, their whole system is based on sickness and getting paid, not ever healing anything. Like I told you, cancer has been here. Cancer is not a disease, but they got to miseducate you to believe that cancer. These things, that's your body trying to get the disease out of you. And what they do to try to help you is actually kill you. They spread the disease. That's why you get tumors. Tumors is your body taking all the filth in your body and creating a tumor, putting it there. Now you're supposed to extract that from your body. They come in and radiate it, smash it down. That's why women are not supposed to get breast mammograms. My wife was talking about that years ago. My wife's ex-wife was as a nurse, as a what do you call it? The ones right under a doctor. You know, she's close. The nurse, the highest nurse, that was her. But the treatments actually kill you. Because you're supposed to get treated. That's the money game. Everything the European has designed, he's a psychopath. Psychopathic. Nothing has ever been made to cure you, but since the Africans got conquered and all your knowledge has been wiped away, you don't know. You never got. I already told you. Your average lifespan in Africa was 150 years to 200 years. See, these are facts. White men ain't never told you none of that. These are facts. Now your average lifespan in Africa is 55, 60, 61. You're like, what?
Mm-hmm.
You done lost half your lifespan fucking with this European and his crazy psychopathic medicine. But I can't tell you that because every time I say, well, they brought us Jesus. They brought us Jesus. But why are we dying all of a sudden now? So they gave us Jesus, not a lot. You know, you're now dying. You're now dying twice as young. When you was 50, 60 years old in Africa, you wasn't even middle age yet. Can you imagine that? You wasn't even middle age at 60. You were still young, youthful.
Mm-hmm.
You was middle age.
Somehow I'm glad with the generation of today, like the people my age, and I think the group personally, I just pick up the group I hung up with and the team in this Black Fan.
You guys are all woke. That's it. You guys are the woke generation.
We try look at when during our mom's time or during our parents' time, 25 used to be considered very old. By 25, you're supposed to be married. We spoke about this on Tuesday. What is the right time and age for you to be married?
Okay, now look at this, Joby. Nature's telling you that's a lie. 25, you're a baby because you know what? At 25 is when your brain finally develops. You're a baby at 25. According to Western people, you're old because they used to die early. Well, you know when the African first met the European, their average lifespan was 35. That's why at 25 you was old. They died at 25. You can look this up, Joby. So with all they fake Jesus loving and Allah, go look it up. The average lifespan for Europeans 600 years ago was 35. You was an old man, but Campbell and HR were already old age.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I was always supposed to be dead. If I was a European, I've been dead by now. I'm out of here. And Campbell and them would have been old age. Say, what was the average lifespan of the European back in, let's say 1400s? Say 35. They lived to be 35. That was the average lifespan of these old. That was the average lifespan. And now us coming in contact with them, our lifespan has now been reduced?
35, yep.
Yeah, 35. See, they ain't gonna tell you that about how great they are in Iraton. The white people are so great. They discuss all the lies these crackers then told. All these lies. The average age was 35, Joby. So you imagine these motherfuckers, a 25-year-old man who's old in Europe come talking to an African who's 120, trying to teach me something. Boy, if you don't get out my face, how are you? 25. I'm 120. And I've still got another 70 years to live. You gonna try to teach me something? These are facts. The Africans don't like facts. Oh, the white man came and he taught that Simba shit. The white man came and they civilized and taught us. You out of your rabbit ass mind. Taught you nothing. They taught you how to be sick, how to be illness. There was no problem with malaria in Africa. So the funny part that this guy is speaking out as a pastor is actually surprising. But it's shocking, tell the truth. But these are facts. Why you had no mask?
don't. That's why they use the masses for, because people are stupid, so they'll use the ignorance for their own benefit. They know
Of course.
something.
Of course. That's how they get rich off these goofy niggas. That's why every time takes half of damn Black Eye Fire money, give it to the church. My tithing money, my tithing. Hey, every time, why would the creator of the universe need your fake money? Why would the creator of the universe need money from you? It's the creator of everything. Can it create his own money?
More
See,
blessings.
I'm wanting to start thinking about how dumb shit sounds. I'm the creator of the universe, but I need Irriton's 10%. But anyway, like I said, the average age, as Joby showed you, was 35. These are facts. But that's not in none of your fake history books that the white man then wrote for you. Everything he told you is a goddamn lie. Go down the road. How the hell somebody 35, their natural lifespan is 35, teaching you anything? The only reason why their lifespan grew because the African started teaching them with the Moors. Hey, this is how you do this. This what works. This what doesn't work. That's how the lifespan started to widen out because the African was teaching this moronic ass cracker. Okay? That's the real history. That's not in your book. Sorry, I hurt your feelings. I hope it does hurt your goddamn feelings. So, reason why they'll now be able to live to be 70 and 80 because the African had to go back and teach them. This is how you live, moron. These are things you take and what you don't take. Then later on, as they got complete control, they went back to their old psychopathic ways of death and destruction, created the medical schooling, like Irriton's framework. Well, I need something peer reviewed. Hey, listen here, moron. Listen here, moron. The Rockefellers created your peer review science. All your educational things. You go back and look this up. Since you all you want to take on ideologies you don't even understand. You don't know understand your school system all over the planet. This is a fact. University, I don't care what it was created by the Rockefeller family, Rockefeller Foundation. So all science is a lie. Shout out to Terrence Howard now, blowing up on TikTok, showing you everything you learn is a lie. The science, even if science is racist, it's all a lie. I said that years ago when I started going down this rabbit hole of science. Everything they told you is a lie to keep their power. You're fucking with a whole psychopath. And the African has understood that. The South Africans understood that because they've been with this goddamn no good beast. They're the closest thing to us as far as African people being assimilated with these damn people for as long as we have. So we know their psychology and what you really dealing with. You're dealing with a fucking psychopath. Unadulterated psychopath. So every time I'm sitting with little white friends, she'll know every last one of them is a psychopath. What do you mean? Yeah, that's a fact. Sorry. Sorry about your feelings.
Big Cheese, Big Cheese says your pro-black Negro talk won't turn Iwaton and die against loving white Jesus.
Yes.
That's right. That's right, Big Cheese. Hey, Big Cheese said, hey, you like Big Cheese. Katie said we should be canceled with her loose ass, with her loose coochie ass. She said we should be banned. Now, funny part about that, even though Cammy used to get fucked up, I loved her, right? Cammy would never come to work. I never fired Cammy because I just loved her so much, right? But Cammy never said nothing bad about us. She never said, Cammy never said, never. No, never. Cammy wanted to come back. I just couldn't hire her again. I said, Cammy, you, baby, you stay drunk too much. I said, hell, I told her, I said, hey, Joby would fire you. I can't keep you. Joby would fire you. Joby about business. I don't want Joby to fire you, Cammy. Because when they came back with a visit, Cammy asked me, could she come back? And I said, Cammy, Joby would fire you. You don't show up to work, she's not Spike. She's going to get rid of you. She's going to fire you. So I said, it's not going to work. But Cammy never said that. Cammy wouldn't even show up to work. Cammy worked at Black Eye Fire for 3 years, family. Y'all know that. Cammy never got a full paycheck. Never. Cammy never went 2 weeks without missing at least 2 days. At least 2 days. At least 2 days. I knew she was getting fucked up. I said, but come to work, okay? And then, next she had that baby. She had a baby. I know she's out there doing what she's doing, but I still loved her, right? So, but never nothing bad, because she knows all love with me with her, So, but, and I told, who did I tell in the beginning? Because what she did to Zoe, I said, oh man, I might hire a despicable motherfucker. I said, hopefully we can change it. Who did I tell that to? Oh, my boy said, I think I might have hired a despicable motherfucker. And I said, I think with time we can change her a little bit. So hopefully so. And that always kind of scared me, but I was going, you guys, I didn't tell y'all none of that. I didn't even share that shit with Joby. You got to tell Joby almost everything. I didn't even share that shit with Joby. I said, I might have hired a despicable motherfucker, man. Despicable in moral character. But I said, maybe we can change around with enough time, love, and understanding.
Remember, when Katie's interview was happening, I was not there because I used to come Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Friday.
On Tuesday or on a Thursday, I'm not sure. So I remember there's a lady personally I'd liked, the one with you remember the lady with the dreads?
I don't remember. I remember everybody, but what about her, Joby? Go ahead.
We had 3 girls we had interviewed. There was the first lady was not comfortable in talking. She was not even audible. They were like,
yeah, she was scared. She was scared. I said, lady, why you even show up for this interview, lady? You scared. You on the radio. You got to talk.
Yeah,
but shout out to my Miri and Iraton's friend about eating pork. That's why my memory fucked up. He said, well, you got to do what you got to do. That was a good interview they had with it. Was that guy gay? That guy sounded like he was gay. anyway, that guy that interview with Shimon. Shimon's a good interview. I give her credit with that guy. And that guy was a good guest. He said, hey, sometimes you just got to do things. And no, you goofy nigga. Some things are going to kill you, moron. It's not just you that you feel good. Everything's going to kill you. I drink tap water. They told me that'll kill you. No, dummy. Pork will kill you. It's got parasites in it. It will kill you. Okay? These are facts. It's not that things have changed and all this eating pork. And I love pork. But I go buy a pork chop today and I say, God damn, that shit smells good. But I can't eat it. I can't eat it. So,
shout out to Ghost in a Suit, Karibu Sana. I know you guys have been missing us on TikTok, and we are back. Kutulukwa tumebaniwa. TikTok does not want us to talk the truth, but we are back. And I'm smiling because I've missed you, Ghost in a Suit. And shout out to Mzales. I was taking painkillers. I'm not full yet. I've not eaten lunch, so yeah, I was taking painkillers.
Yeah, I never know. The women in there, hey, you got all women mostly in there. I know most of their periods are probably synchronized by now. That's why I tell you guys about nature. If it's not nature, it's a lie. Right? That's how you can prove all these religions a lie. Because a woman cycles every 28 days. Before the white man got control of the planet, every month was 28 days. That's just a fact. Don't get embarrassed about that, Joe. It's normal.
Anyway, no. I'm even laughing at Jibba Jabba's comment.
What did he say?
Katie never needed a microphone. She's a kid.
Oh, to my loud. Yeah, I can take it. You're right. Katie loud as shit. It's like me. You're right. Katie didn't ever need a microphone. So that is true. That is true, Jibba. But every 28 days, like I was telling Jibba on Maria and Seto's show. Shout out to my Ugandans crazies there. I was letting them know how the months were completely messed around by white people. We know when we say September and October, Sept is 7, Oct is 8, an octagon has 8 sides. So those were the 7th and 8th months, not the 9th and 10th months, because they put their own names in the month, like July and August is Julius Caesar and Augustus Caesar. But every month was supposed to have 28 days, not no damn 30, 31, or 28. Then all months would be 13. So we are connected with the rhythms of the true creator. See, when I say universe, every time I think we're talking about a nebulous universe. You can go talk to the universe. And we're not talking about no universe. You nut. We're talking about the actual creator of the universe. They think we're talking about the universe as a nebulous thing. You go talk to the universe. I'm staying with my Jesus. Okay, stay with that cat. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm still gonna tease you about it. You know, it's all good fun. But if you don't see it in nature, family, that's how you know it's a lie. You know, that's how we know the month's a lie, because the woman told you being the first being on this planet, that's a fact. So your Bible's wrong right there with the damn fake rib shit, because the woman is XX. The man is XY. That means the woman is more than the man. So a woman can never come from a man, because you can't get more from less. You understand that from science? If 2 + 2 is 4, I can't get I can't get 10 from 4. That's like saying, well, I can get 10 pieces out of 4 pieces. You can't get more from less. So I'm not going there. That shit's all bullshit. It's a lie. Easily debunked. Anyway, like I said, the woman being first, because she's XX and the man's XY, and everything, when you see it born in nature, the first thing a baby's born is what? It's a female first. Before it becomes a male, it's a female first. Another fact. So it means the woman is the 10 plate. The black woman is the 10 plate of civilization globally. This is a fact. Okay? Look it up. Like I told you, look at the 35. Now you're trying to hide this shit because you start to know too much. You know, Europeans tell me, oh, we was always running the world, and we did. How you run the world and you dying at 35? You ain't got enough knowledge to run shit.
Jabba is asking, was Lilith the first woman?
Oh, you talk about, yeah, see that, yeah, so you're going back, no, so you got, see, Joe don't know what that is. See,
I don't know, right.
I know, and Iraton don't either. Ask Iraton who is Lilith. She right there, ask her. She don't even know, do she? She don't even know.
Lilith, no.
Who's Lilith?
No.
She don't even know. So, and she calls herself a Christian and don't even know her own religion. No, Jibba Jabba, they use, Lilith was before Eve. Exactly. You know, so Lilith was the one that supposedly that Adam killed. The story's all right. And then Eve comes next. See, these goofy Christians don't even know that there was Lilith before Eve. Exactly. They don't even know that. They don't even know. Ask any African like Iraton who's Lilith. They don't even fucking know. Because when they were creating this goofy religion, Lilith was the first. And Joby can look this up in Google. Lilith was the first. Say. Ask, was Lilith the first wife of Adam? I mean, it's all lies, all fake. Before Eve, you know, they don't know none of that. What? My preacher didn't tell me that. What? No.
So they're saying many feminists see Lilith as not only as the first woman, but excuse my voice. Many feminists see Lilith as not only the first woman, but the first independent woman created. In the creation story, she refuses to allow Adam to dominate her and flees the garden despite the
see. I told you that's the Adam story. But most of these nutty Christians don't know nothing about their religion, Joby. They don't know shit. You know, that's why Iraton don't know who Lilith is. Ask her mama. You can ask anybody. These goofy Christian niggas don't know shit about the made-up religion. You ask them, who's Lilith? I don't know who's that. That was in your Bible before Eve. What? I thought Eve was the first woman in the rib shit. No. See, I knew it because I know the Bible. But I know the Bible better than Christians. I know the damn Quran better than Muslims. They get mad at me because they don't know their own shit. I gotta know it so I can debunk it. No, but Jibba Jabba, what happened is, Lilith refused to be dominated by Adam because she was first. See, they don't tell that part. Like I said, I forgot about that shit until you asked it. I forgot about it until you asked it. She refused to be dominated because Lilith was first before Adam, because that's common sense. Where does a man come from if he don't come from a woman first? How's a woman gonna come from a motherfucker's rib? his rib bone.
To John Mosquito in the building. John Mosquito says, leave chicken salad alone.
Your mosquito been calling irritant chicken salad forever. You better stop that. You no good British. You no good British. You no good British nigga.
She's already adapted to. You've already adapted, right? Like she's picked the nickname. I mean, but also see, she says Adam unalived Lilith when he caught her twerking on top of the devil at Club Station.
Oh shit, that's a good one. Adam killed him when he caught her twerking on top of the devil. That's some funny shit. That was a good one. But no, Lilith. Oh my God, that's funny as hell. No, Lilith in the Bible that they don't take because they most Africans read the fake King James version of this goofy book. So many different books, and the funny part, King James rewrote the whole goofy text from its original. Like, let me see, Iritan, do you know what the original Bible is? Does she even know? Some of them be knowing. Does she know?
I know different kind of Bibles, but
Do you know the original? Do you know the original Bible? Do you know it?
No.
Okay, so there you go. You don't even know which religion is based. So the original Bible family, original Bible family. I told you guys, it's called the original Bible.
New English translation.
New English translation.
Yeah.
The original Bible was called well, the King James. But she probably reads the King James version, not knowing the King James was a demon worshiper. His first book was called Demonology.
All of us, I think, personally loved the King James version. I think
It's very
all
deep.
of us.
Yeah.
I think most of Africans love
Yeah.
the King James version.
James Stewart gay butt, but you didn't know. Did you know he was a rabid homosexual? Did you know that?
No.
Did you know? Did you know he got tried for fucking little boys? He's also a pedophile. He fucked children and then he throw them off a cliff. Did you know that? You know that?
No.
This is the guy that wrote your Bible. Joby, pull this up real quick. Should be unless they tried to hide it real quick. Let's do some proof behind because it's not my opinion. These are facts of history that most Christians don't know history. Say did King James get charged with being a homosexual and a pedophile? He was so bad that the other kings of Europe said, "Hey man, we gotta stop this dude because he was raping kids and then killing them." or just say the trial of King James, the homosexual trial of King James, because you got to word it different. You Negroes are starting to know too much. Now they're trying to hide all this stuff. Imagine this dude's the writer of your Bible, this homosexual pedophile. These are facts. But these goofy Negroes, these goofy niggas in Africa don't know none of it. Don't know no real history. That's your King James. Now I'm going to show you he wrote a book before that called Demonology. Because you don't know any real history. You like chill, you got childlike mind. You see it?
No. Let me
say, okay, say, write it, type it out like this. Say, King James, say the trial of King James. I'm trying to figure out how can I do it without Google trying to hide it. Word this way, so to take us to the trial. Let's say King James put on trial. See what that said, without even not having any connotation of homosexual and pedophilia. Let's say King James, or just say the trial of King James.
Put on trial.
We're not going to annotate what he was on trial for. We're going to say the trial of King James and see if that takes us to where we need to go.
Nothing.
Damn, we're not getting nothing. Damn, how can I word this?
They're bringing me Bible quotes. Mark 11.
Yeah. All these people named British names in Northeast Africa. That should be the first sign to know it's a lie. When the fucking by named Mark and Luke and John in no Northeast Africa. These are African names. That should be your first red flag that this book is a lie. Who was named Mark, Matthew, and Luke down in goddamn what they call Palestine today? Nobody. But anyway, and what? Damn, see, you used to find it easily. Now you can't even find it no more.
No, shout out to Danny Harrison who says Buckingham. If I'm pronouncing, is it Buckingham?
Yeah,
Buckingham.
that's
Buckingham.
Yeah.
Buckingham.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
got
know.
it.
yeah. Buckingham Palace was named
Named
after
after boyfriend.
yeah.
He had a boyfriend. I mean,
Yeah, I told you, Joe, he's a pedophile homosexual. This is well known. Not the most goofy niggas in Africa. This is known history.
Forgiveness.
Watson says he changed and that's for forgiveness.
He changed that. Every time's got a child like mine. He asked for. He never asked for no damn forgiveness. He fucked little boy till he died. What are you talking about? No, he asked for forgiveness. From what? The Bible was made for your control of your mind. The one you're reading is completely wrong. All the stuff you read.
How is it controlling me?
Because you believe what he wrote. Don't you believe it? It's called control. It's everything they wrote in there. Everything they wrote in there is a lie.
Through the day to go through
Every
everyday life,
now
right?
living through hope for the rest of your life when things.
How about you live through truth and not hope?
For those things to work, you have to put in work. It's not because opportunities are just bringing themselves. You have to go look for opportunities for everything to work.
I know.
By praying,
I know.
things work out.
I know, Dan. Pray to what? That God you believe in is made up. So like you might as well be praying to the goddamn wall over there. So I'm saying, hey, what would be the damn thing to look that up again? We can't even find it. I'm trying to reword it because it's like now Google's trying to hide it because they know a lot of the African youth are waking up and are putting it on TikTok finally. He talking about, well, I'm trying to, you can't remember, I used to pull that up easily. Everybody knows now that King James was not just a homosexual, a pedophile. He prayed for forgiveness. No, he never did. He never stopped.
Is it wrong to pray then, Keith? Like if I'm praying, is it wrong that I'm praying?
No. Nothing's wrong with you praying. Nothing's wrong with you talking to a higher being because that's a lot. No, it's nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing could be wrong.
Right.
I know. You seen that new but I'm trying to see what it is, Jules. I came from the bone marrow and Adam's rib though. Genetic engineering modification. Yeah, I can't. I'm not trying to find that, Jules, about the rib thing. We know that's a lie. That's for Irritan. Irritan gonna look that up. Shit. We know ain't no damn woman come from no rib, Jewel. We know that. She don't know that. She believe that crazy shit.
But the fact that I pray, Kate, like that I pray to Jesus, right? I pray to Jesus. Listen, stop talking. I'm trying to talk to you.
I'm trying not to laugh. I swear to God, I'm trying not to laugh at you. You said praying to Jesus. You're not in the Christian faith. You're not supposed to pray to Jesus. You're supposed to pray to God, not Jesus.
Yeah,
See, you got that wrong.
I pray to God through Jesus, right?
You're not supposed to pray through Jesus. No, you can't get your religion wrong.
I'm putting in the work and whatever I want to achieve, like in life and everything. And
I got you. Cool. I'm not trying to. Okay, I'm not trying to break down your religion. I'm just showing you what you're saying is there is no Jesus, never lived. That's a made up character. It's a cartoon. See, I can say that knowing without doubt nothing's gonna happen to me because I know it never existed. I know where it was created, how it was created, and why. See, so you pray to a cartoon character. That's your choice. It never existed. That's so easy, and you should know. Couldn't nobody be named Jesus because that letter J didn't even exist. So nobody was ever named Jesus, Airtime. You do know that, right? Tell me you do know that. So you know nobody ever named Jesus because that name was created by King James. Yeah, the same homosexual pedophile created that character. These are facts. There was no J nowhere in any languages. So no one ever could be named Jesus ever. He changed and made that name. And now everybody's calling that fake name. That's him. You're pedophile, you're homosexual, King James. These are facts. But ain't my, you can, I'm gonna ask Joby, say, look up what year did King James, we know he made the book of demonology. Say, what year did King James write the book of demonology, Joby?
Okay.
He gonna wrote it right before he wrote right before he had the people write that fake King James version of the Bible, where he twisted the original one up even more, even though the
Write the
first one's
book.
a lie. So, what year did King James write the book called Demonology? Kind of source of,
1567.
what was it, 1567?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wrote that before the Bible. So her religious guy was writing about
Oh,
demons.
1597. Sorry,
Yeah,
1597. It was written and
yeah,
published in 1597.
yeah. It's how to conjure demons and shit up. How to talk to the underworld. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So he did that because he got in trouble. Said, let me write this goofy book because he was a homosexual killing children. I think he killed Buckingham and buried him under the palace, didn't he? And he murdered them and buried his ass under the floor somewhere. It's crazy. But he was having sex with children and throwing them off of cliffs. This wicked ass savage. This is a fact. This your right or your good. He was raping kids and then throwing them off a cliff because he didn't want the evidence known. He throw them off a cliff. Get your ass out of the booty holes be all bloody. Get your ass off this cliff. Like I said, it got so bad they put his ass on trial, Joe. I'm serious. They got so bad they put this no good bastard on trial. Let me see something real quick. Let me see something.
I'll not
Oh no, you can't. Yeah, that's a fact. Why can't we? Let's see. What year did King James go on trial in Europe? James the second, yeah, himself king. He was, yeah, and line, blah blah. Between, okay, when did he go on trial? Goddamn it! Well, thanks. The year. What year did Compass religion? Yeah, religious successor, rewriting the Bible. Yeah, we know all that. What year did he go on trial? Damn it! That's what I'm asking you. Yeah, on 5 November 19. He went to exile to France. Okay, we know about that. I'm saying, when did he go on trial? Outbreak of the 20 Years' War, blah, 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 blah. You're right. I can't find it no more. They won't let me. I can't even find the shit. Wow, he ruled Scotland, and we know about all that. I'm talking. When did this motherfucker go on trial for rape and pedophilia? Wow, I'm gonna see if I had to go to DuckDuckGo or something. I can't even. Joey's right. They
Yeah,
didn't
that's
white what?
in shit nowadays.
What
It's
about
They
this?
didn't white. I can't even
That,
find it on here.
that
Wow.
people
See,
who talked about the afterlife. Is that a lie too?
afterlife.
Yeah, like the
uh,
afterlife.
yeah, your afterlife is a lie. You talking about you're gonna have what, gold and
Why would
treasures in
they lie
heaven?
though? Why would they
Why?
lie,
Why?
kid?
Why would who lie? The people who wrote the book because it's about control and power. Do you have a child like mine? You said, why? What do you mean? Why did they create the religion? For power and control. The first Bible you ever understand was called the Septuagint. Put us up, Joby. Say the
Mm-hmm.
Septuagint. What year was the Septuagint written? We know it's the first book because it's written by the story of the Bible that you believe that is not even true because you don't know no history. First book was created by the when when
Mm,
when when Africa was first getting created. I mean, not conquered by the white Greeks. They wanted to be worshipped as gods because
so
go ahead, Joby.
says modern scholarship holds the Septuagint
Greek
was written holds that the Septuagint was written from the third
century
to the
AD.
first century BCE.
AD. Yeah, before
But nearly
Christ.
all attempts at dating specific books to
Women.
mid third century are
Yeah,
tentative.
Yeah. The 3rd century BC, we know it was written. So this
Later Jewish
that's history.
visions and the recensions of the Greeks against the Hebrew are well.
Exactly. So I want you to understand, Joby, what you read, so you know. So they hide in the lie. See, they used to say that was the Greek version of the Hebrew. This is when they started creating all these goopy religions. That's what they tell you. The Greek. This is the Greek version of the Hebrew version. That's a lie, because Greek is Hebrew. So what do I mean by that? You got to know linguistics. Where do language start? What's the beginning? Hold on a second.
Help me the water, please. Okay, so as we wait for Keith, I think with the resting pending conversation.
All right, I'm back, Joey. Calm down. Let you finish. So, talking about the Septuagint. This is your first Bible, first creation of this bullshit. Okay, so the Greeks come into Africa, and they've been and all this time they've been learning from African culture. What you call Kemet, what you call Egypt today, those people were not there. It was African civilization. It was never called Egypt. It was called Kemet. That's why the Bible's a whole lot. It's talking about slaves, Hebrew slaves. There was never any slaves in Kemet, ever. That's another lie. The Kemet Africans didn't have any slaves. There were no Hebrews there. So you get the Greeks coming into Africa. Since Africans have been ruling the world, but they don't know how far it goes back. Africans have been ruling the world for thousands of years at that time, all over the planet. So they come and they say, hey, can you make us gods? And so the Africans, and now remember, the average age of Europeans is 35. The average age of the commissions is probably even more what it is in regular Africans, probably 300 and 400 years at a time. They said, no, you motherfuckers are stupid. We can't make you a god. And these are facts. They said, we can't make you morons gods. What are you talking about? You sound crazy. Your average lifespan is 35 and 25. No, get out of here. So the Greeks say, okay, we're going to start killing you niggas. And if you don't, we're going to start killing because we are savages. We're barbarians. We're brutal. We're going to start killing you. So the Africans say, okay, this is what we do. So they said, we're going to take our spirituality and put it into forms in which you can understand it. We're going to dumb it down. This is where you get the Septuagint. We're going to dumb it down because you're not smart enough to actually know what we're going to teach you anyway. You know, most of you are morons. Remember, because the Greeks didn't have a language. See, this is history. The Greeks didn't have a language. They didn't know how to read and write. They were illiterate. So to make this fake religion, the Africans created a whole nother language, 2 languages, Greek and Hebrew. See, there's no such thing as an ancient Hebrew. That's another lie. See, this was all your lies with your Bible before you even get your fake Jesus. There wasn't no Jesus yet. It's the beginning of the Hebrews. So the Africans have to create first, and this is linguistically a fact. This is science. It's not my opinion that the Africans create the Greek language and then create the Hebrew language. Hebrew is Greek. Go back and read Professor Joseph Yehuda's book. This is a fact. Linguistically, this is a fact. So what I'm saying is factual, not my opinion. So they decide, so the Greeks say, okay, listen, you're going to have to make some shit for us. We're going to start ruling the world through you niggas, and we need some people to worship us. And at that time, there's never been any white gods on the planet, Iraton. No such thing as a white god, because he was savages. Came out of caves and illiterate and filthy and dirty. This is a fact. Sorry. Ask your white friends that. They're not going to want to hear that. Go ask them that if they're your friends. So anyway, the Africans say, okay, well, we got to create you a language first because you don't even have a language. The African create, and I'm going to tell you later on, they also create what you call the Arabic language. When I was arguing with Pharaoh on Spike Show, the African also create what you call the Arabic language. Another fact, not the white Arab, the African created that language. So because the white Arab was at once too also what? Illiterate, stupid, a moron. All education came out of Africa. So the Africans said, okay, this is what we'll do. We'll take our spiritual system, but we'll start making stories, characters out of it. This is where you get your goofy books and stories of Hebrew shit. So they create this book called the Septuagint. It becomes the Bible, as Joby read. That's gonna be your first Bible. See, most of you Christians don't even know that. We didn't call it the Bible first. It's called the Septuagint, the book of 70 that the Africans started writing. They took the spiritual systems to the European because he was a dummy. They started putting it into what? Story and the fairy tales. So because they couldn't understand the spiritual nature, the esoteric nature of it. So they took the esoteric and made it exoteric. So the Europeans' small mind can understand it. So they're making stories. See, what you think are real things happen in life, they're not. They're allegories, Eraton. The spiritual systems, practices that the African put into like real people. They made like real people, like Joseph, Abraham. They didn't ever exist. They took African spirituality and made it out and put stories behind it for the European, because the European was an idiot then. This is how they felt they could digest it if they made it into stories for them. So they start making these stories and create these fictitious people called the Hebrews, which never existed. These are allegories. Okay? It's the facts of history. So that's what shout out to the guy that called me yesterday talking about John Henry Clark told you. Do this for me, Joe, before we leave. Well, before we go. Put us up for me, Joe, on YouTube. Put us up for me on YouTube. Say, okay. Professor John Henry Clark says the African must start to learn real history and put down the Bible. Go to that. Say the African must learn. Professor
J.
Professor John Henrik Clark.
Yeah,
The John, Henrik or Henry, you call him Henry or Henrik. Clark says the African must learn real history. See, you're trying to think the Bible is history. Not. None of that shit happened. Say the African must learn real history. And just say that. Just put that up and play that for me real quick.
Okay.
Put down the Bible saying you must learn real history. Airtime's caught in a fairy tale. Thinking this shit is real, that these people really existed. Shout out to the brother that called me yesterday about this. That's why I learned that. I started waking up. Anyone to do, Joby? That one right there. Yeah, that one right there. I think we stuck. No, go up. Either one. Yeah, that one right there. With the suit, no, go up. Go down. Either one. We'll be all over the place.
Okay.
I was talking about the other one.
This one, the second one.
Go down. Down, Joby, down. Right there, that one. Yeah, I think that's it. You must begin to know who you are.
He says, oh my God. You mean they're still discussing this stuff?
Oh, not that one. No.
I said, yeah.
No, not that one. No, go. That's when he embarrassed. Pause it. Yeah. See, that's when he embarrassed the Europeans with their lies and the religion. He said, I don't talk to people that are not my equal. I teach them. So yeah, go up, thing, Joe. Yeah, go up.
Well,
yeah, go right there.
That's the first video.
Yeah, go right there. See what he's saying.
The
right
first
there.
one, yeah?
Yeah, go to first one. See that one right there was actually a great debate.
John.
Pause that. The one that you were showing, Joe, that was a debate he had with the Europeans and destroying their lives. See, the Europeans been lying so much about everything, and John Henry Clark's one of your greatest African professors ever. He destroyed them. So they're having a national debate at Harvard, right? And so he was just destroying their lives with the religion and the Greeks and shit. He was saying the same thing I said, how the Greeks came into Africa and learned, because the white man has been telling you so many lies to their fake history.
Shout out to Sister Jewel. I love the way she destroys these people with her comments.
Professor of African World History.
Yeah, the original Greeks were black. I'm talking about when the white man showed. I can't go with that with Iraton yet, Jewel. She don't know any history, so I can't go completely that. She'll be completely lost and fucked up. So I gotta keep it simple.
Clark spoke at the University of Texas at Austin in November 1973 under the auspices of the university's African and Afro-American Research Institute. Dr. Clark is introduced by Dr. John Warfield, Associate Professor and Director of the Institute.
In the annals of all people, we find certain men and women who've been willing to stand any appreciable distance from the herd in order to speak the truth.
Speak the truth
to their own people and to the world.
Yeah, scared.
And they have often done that against great obstacles, great adversity. And we're privileged today on this campus to have with us one of those people who has been willing at times when it was unpopular to speak the truth regarding the civilization of man.
Of African people.
And within that effort, to place African people in the proper perspective as we look at that civilization in history. Dr. John Henry Clark, who is the professor of African world history at Hunter College, has been the associate editor of Freedom Ways quarterly journal, produced to speak to the question of Black people in the world.
Remember when Ghana got free, Kwame Nkrumah asked Dr. John to come over to Ghana and try to help him set up the government back in the late 50s, early 60s. He asked Dr. John Henry Clark personally, come over here and show me how to build a goddamn country. Go ahead, Joby.
Recently, including a 3-year distinguished visiting professor at Cornell University. He's been around among the folk, probably one of the most renowned teachers in the country, publishing many books. His most recent one, Slavery and Slave Trade, with Vincent Harding. And we're very much pleased to have him here today. It is at this point I'd like to present to you our colleague, our brother, Dr. John Henry Clark.
I want to thank Professor Warfield for the invitation. And what I'm going to be talking about is
He said the truth too. He said the Africans don't know shit, you will go back into slavery. If you don't start knowing shit, you will go back into slavery from this psychopath. Go ahead, Joby. Yeah, I think it's
dimensions in African history, which means a new way of looking at Afro-American history. That means that I will be moving very rapidly over a large body of information, the kind of information that you need to devote a whole semester to. I think I'll begin by questioning the title of my lecture. What do you mean by New World? In as much as the new information on the pre-Columbian presence of the African in the New World tends to prove that there were Africans in this side of the world, in South America and the West Indies, but particularly in the West Indies and parts of South America as early as 500 BC. And the reading of Christopher Columbus's diary will prove that according to his own accounts, and he was no friend of the blacks, that he found Africans in the New World doing business with Indians and using minted West African coin. And that when many of the Spanish conquistadors, especially those who went to the area that is the Panama Canal, they found small black colonies with the Indians in South America. And in a work by Walter Van Werthner, dealing with terracotta and sculpture in South and Central America, he dug up the greatest physical evidence of the presence in the Africans in the New World that has so far been dug up. And in early works of Carter G. Woodson, and in a 3-volume work by Leo Wiener called The African and the Discovery of America, he said, and he pretty much sustained what he said, that the African could have preceded the Indians in this side of the world, and that a lot that you think of as Indian culture is African culture.
It's African culture.
He got thrown
I proved that already. Of course he got thrown out. Because the white man's lie. You can't go against this white man and these fake lies he told about this fake evolution, this fake religion. So when you start digging the truth, you're going to get fired because they got power over the planet right now. Everything they touch is a lie. And like I said, the Africans had already been all over the planet and ruled the whole fucking planet for thousands of years before there was a European even existed. Now, I'm not going to get into that. Go ahead, Joe.
Christopher Columbus in context with New World discovery. And in as much as he discovered a world full of people, then let us assume that the people that he discovered something. And he discovered both Indians and Africans in this side of the world. In actuality, when we look at this year, 1492, look at its great significance in history. Maybe of all the things that happened in 1492, maybe the least important thing that happened was this bad navigator started out for one side of the world and stumbled up on the other side of the world. Now, it has been proven that the Portuguese had already charted their movement to this side of the world, and they did not confuse the West Indies with the East Indies as Christopher Columbus did.
Because the Moors already told them how to get over here.
And one of
the African Moors.
Why?
The Africans already told them how to get over here.
They did not come ahead of Columbus because they had it on their charts and they had established priority. They wanted to build those fortresses along the coast of West Africa. They were going to use to hold the slaves while the ships come in. They gave that priority to New World movement. But the Portuguese, who were the master mariners of the day, thanks to the information that filtered into Europe after the Crusades, mostly from China, they had no confusion about how to get to this part of the world. All right. Now, my point is, had Christopher Columbus not come, Europeans were going to come anyway. Now, there is all the talk about, which is beautiful folklore, about the debate between whether the world was round or flat. These were old wives' tales told in Europe that had no great significance. Now, as the Europeans came out of the Crusades, began to recover some of their own strength,
to their knowledge,
to stir from the lethargy of the Middle Ages, they made a decision, and that decision still holds, and that is whatsoever the world is in shape, round or flat, we're going to take it all.
We're going to take all of it. That's right. We're going to take all of it.
And they decided that whosoever ruled the world is going to be one of us. And this decision, coming at a time when there were internal differences between the African states, and when pluralistic states in West Africa had not settled their family differences, and when they made the horrible mistake of inviting the first Europeans in to arbitrate family differences.
Tribal beasts trying to be their buddy. Well, let's try to. That's right. You fuck with a psychopath. You serious trouble because you fucking with a psychopath. That's it. I know, Jeff.
Yeah,
that's not the speaker. That's not the one I wanted. But yeah, she had the WhatsApp pictures. That's not the one I wanted though. Goddamn, I wanted the one we told the Tribute Center. Yeah, said Africans, you must learn real history, and if you don't learn it, you'll go back into slavery. because you worship your enemy. You worship a psychopath. And he's right. He's right. Now we got Eric talking about, well, what's wrong with knowing? What's wrong with just knowing? No, you need to know the truth. It's gonna hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Either it's true or it's not. But anyway,
So
African.
I've shared,
Wait a minute.
I've shared
Yeah, go ahead.
with you. Just want to continue with it. I've shared it on your Instagram. Yeah, and for the family, I'm sending the rest of it on WhatsApp chat for those who'd love to continue with it.
Yeah,
But
yeah, both of them say yeah. Yeah,
I
Jibba
am
Jabba,
starving,
and
been
Big
2
T's
hours.
asking. Okay, Joe, we know you're starving.
Yeah, I've not eaten, man. I'm hungry.
I'm
I
surprised.
need to go.
Okay. Usually when you're on that time of the month, you're never hungry. You said you're in too much pain. So that's a good thing.
My
That's a good
appetite
thing.
has been crazy. My appetite has been crazy for the last, I think, 2-3 weeks. It's crazy. You know, no weight
Uh-oh.
but
Uh-oh, your appetite been crazy. Hold on, Joby. You ain't been busting it open like Katie, right?
how does that got to do with appetite anyway?
Because that means you be pregnant. That's what I mean.
No. No, that has been eating good. My appetite is not actually. I'm eating fruits, drinking water. I think drinking water, exercise, and eating fruits is helping too.
It is. Yeah, fam. So Joby saying that, yeah, we don't know real history, and that's on purpose. What they've done global, and they got control of power. That's why we can't find King James bullshit no more. Remember, Google don't get the information; it searches for the information. So now they rerouted where you can't even go search to get the information. It's a search engine. Now they stopping the searching from where you need to go to get the information on the internet. They completely corral it because they know this African is waking up. They've taken, like John Henry Clark tells you, they've taken history, completely segregated it, and told you nothing but lies. That's why Eriton didn't even know who Lilith was when Jibba said, explain to me Lilith. Eriton didn't know Lilith was in the original Bible, not the fake King James version. So Eriton didn't know Adam had 2 kids. Have her go ask her preacher. He don't know either. Pastor, did Adam have two wives? Oh, no, where did you get that from? That nigga don't know history. He's some goopy pastor. Because it was in your first book, moron. That's why. It's in the Septuagint. That's why. The original Bible, idiot. That's your fake King James version that was written 400 years ago. That's where Lilith comes from. You know? The sad fact, they don't even know that. Well, much love, family. That's why I have to miss every time. Who's Lilith? I don't know. Who's that?
Much love, family. Depending on the conversation that we're supposed to have today, I think we shall discuss tomorrow. Since today we shall not be on Africa to do.
No, you're not supposed to trust Google. You're not supposed to trust Google. Africa Today Show. We talking about Africa Today Show. We're not on the Africa Today Show today.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying the pending conversation will continue tomorrow on my show because
Joby's too responsible for that, Big Cheese. She's too
ready for that.
I know she's not. Joby ain't nobody's fool, Big Cheese. So I ain't gonna worry about that.
I'm taking care of another baby under me. So you can imagine now me having another baby.
Yeah, guys, remember, Joby is taking the financial responsibility, of her brother. So shout out to her. Shit. She's doing more than I would do. I say, hey, nigga, good luck to you.
Man, I really love my brother, despite not being badly related straight to him. We came from the same womb, but not different. Not the same dad. So
you're still related. You came from the same womb. You're still your brother. What you mean? You got different fathers.
In Africa, if you come from a different dad, you're considered a step. So most of the people don't care about you. So
that's half. You're not a step. You're half. So, but don't be like boys in the hood. Don't treat the 2 boys who got different daddies differently.
Mom was crazy. The mom is
Of
messed up.
course. Exactly. That's exactly. That's what they were trying to show you. That's how. Exactly right, Joby. She's messed up in the head.
I'm glad my mom taught us to love each other, and she loved us equally. We never felt like we were different. And
Yeah. That's right. I never shared with y'all. Joby's taking care of her younger brother. I mean, she's the one putting. In Africa, you guys know they got to pay school fees, right? That's what the European and fucked up Africa. You know, for us, school is free. Joby's paying the school, and the school fees are high as shit.
Yep.
So Joby's paying the school fees, buying the boys clothes. Joby's the mama. Joby's the mother. Yeah, Joby's the mama. So
because I couldn't give him around, he needed 50,000 Kenyan shillings. I don't know what's that in dollars. And I knew this guy was about to scam me big time because he wouldn't refund the money. He treated me like shit before. I couldn't forget that. This guy threatened my life when I was young, and he didn't want to pay school fees, so he acted broke. And because I couldn't give him the money as a loan, which I knew I wouldn't get back, and he blocked me everywhere, shifted where he used to live. I had to literally include other people for me to find my brother.
So imagine this. Now, shout out to Joby's mother. Now, Joby's now coming in, stepping in, taking responsibility for her mother's bad decision for fucking with the wrong man. Now, you imagine that? Now, that's committed. America, you ain't get too much women. You ain't get too many women doing it like, man, fuck all that. That's my mama's fuck up, not mine. So she even doing that. So that's to be commended. Oh, you crazy. You know good bastard. You know good bastard, Big Chief. I met that lady. I did go to Ukraine, but I did not have sexual relationships with that white woman in Ukraine. I went there to find out. You know, I was fucking around in New York at that time. And she's a doctor, so she invited me to Ukraine. She invited me to Odessa. I wanted to check it. I really wanted to go to Russia, but that's the closest I could get to Russia. I wanted to check it out. I always had this fascination with Russia as a child. I told you guys that when I was a kid. You guys ever read the book? You guys got read the story Peter and the Wolf, that Russian story, that Russian fable called Peter and the Wolf. So I was always obsessed with Russian culture. And so the closest I could get to Russia was Ukraine. And so, yeah, I went over to Ukraine, but I did not have sex with that lady. I didn't. You know, she wanted to, but I was like, nah, I can't fuck no beast. What's wrong with you? By then, I knew what was going on. I knew I couldn't have no sex with no white woman. I knew better then. Now, did I fuck up when I was young and I didn't know any better? Yes, I had sex with Japanese women when I lived in Japan. So I fucked up then. I didn't know no better. When I lived in Japan, I didn't have enough knowledge yet. You know, I had that Japanese lady buy me a car. Well, I didn't have it. She bought me a car. Because I had that big Zulu thing, you know. I had the penis of the Zulu.
Much love, family. I know. Family, guys, not really but enough minutes. They always want the real thing. They always want the real Shaka Zulu. So you know, I didn't know no better back then, man. So I had to give it a Shaka Zulu. Wow, much love, family. Thank you so much.
Exactly. I never messed with the white lady because by then I knew too much. I knew what they were. I was like, oh no, that's a no haps to me, Captain. That's a no.
Obvious, I love you for free, literally.
What she said? You in the what? What'd you say? What? You are a high paid person? No. She bought me. Listen, I didn't know nothing about the car, Zenobia. I'm gonna get it. I don't know. Look. She was always coming to the base to pick me. It's gonna take 3 minutes, Joe. But let me say this real quick. 3 minutes. Okay. Look, me living in Japan, she was always coming to get me. Right? I didn't have no car. I was catching a cab to come see her. Right? And so she said, "Oh no, I can't have you catching a cab to come see me." I said, "What?" So yeah, I think I might buy you a car. I said, "This motherfucker got money like that?" So, no, I'm young. This motherfucker balling like that. But I didn't even believe her. I didn't believe the shit. That's just some shit some people say. I didn't believe that shit. Right? I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that. So it's just like, just like talk, useful talk. So then I went back to base and chilling. And so she came to get me. She said, I'm gonna take you to my father's business. I said, your father? I don't know if I want to meet this motherfucker yet. God damn, I'm gonna meet your daddy. Daddy know I've been I've been knocking. I don't want your daddy know I've been knocking your wig off. So we go down to this business, right? This car dealership. I said, damn, my dad must work in this motherfucker, right? Because I thought her dad sold cars. I said, dad must work in this motherfucker. Okay, shit. Maybe she can get me a car. I'm not paying for no damn car. I ain't living in no Japan forever. So I got there, and y'all won't believe me. I told you, I got there. There was a black guy working there from America. There was a brother working there selling cars in Japan. So you know I'm fucked up in the head, right? It's his brother. No, I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Now listen, because I didn't know, right? To know it for real, right? So I get there. It's his brother from, I still remember, he's from Macomb, Mississippi. I'm walking up, I say, hey, man, what you doing working in Japan? How you get here? I'm like Joby, I ask questions. Joby don't ask no questions. I want to know shit. Joby don't ask no questions. I see a black man in Japan selling cars. That ain't something you see every day. I'm like, hey, man, how you get here? How you get this job? You speak Japanese, nigga? He started laughing and shit. He started laughing. He said, man, I got the military. I married a Japanese, and, I decided to stay over here. And damn, nigga, you decided to stay over this motherfucker? Yeah, man, I like it over here. I like the people, I like the culture. I said, now you selling cars and shit? I said, damn, you speak that Japanese shit? Yeah, mushy, blah, blah, blah. He's speaking of He said, he said, mushy, blah, blah, blah. So, mushy means hello and all that shit. So, I said, and so then he said, man, what you doing here? Are you here to buy a car? Man, this shit's expensive, man, on your salary, on a military salary. I said, man, I ain't buying no motherfucking car. She bought me, I guess, this girl right here, I think her father works, it's probably one of your colleagues that works here that works with you. And he said, oh shit, man. That's the boss's daughter. That's the guy on this bitch. I was like, what? I was like, what? Hell yeah. I was like, what? I said, dang. He said, oh man, but man, they all connected with the Japanese mob. I said, what the fuck is the Japanese mob? What the fuck is that? I said, man, them Yakuza motherfuckers, man. They be chopping out people's heads. I said, Yakuza? I didn't know what the fuck that was. I said, like a jacuzzi? What are you talking about? Trying to scare me and shit. Get the fuck out of here. You're trying to scare me, nigga. I ain't scared. If this broad gonna get me a car, that's what's up. So I went, so we walked into the damn showroom, right? And she came and said, my father wants to meet you. So I said, your father? Okay, cool. I want to play it cool and shit. I go in there and he behind this big ass desk. I said, these motherfuckers got money for real. God damn, these motherfuckers is millionaires. These motherfuckers are millionaires or something. These motherfuckers got money for real. Oh, man. So I got up in there and I sat down and she left. I guess that's the Japanese code. She left me there with his ass. I was like, oh, man, don't leave me. Man, don't leave me with your crazy daddy. So she left the room and he stood and said, so you're an American military. I said, yeah. I don't know how to do that Japanese like that Japanese shit anyway. He said, so you're an American military? I said, yeah. He said, what branch? I said, Marine Corps. Oh, okay, you fight a lot of wars. I said, yeah, I only been in one war so far. That was back at, in the Gulf, over in fucking Iraq. So, oh, okay, you dating my daughter now. Yeah. Yeah. I want to. I want to say, I'm fucking her too. I wasn't gonna say that. He might didn't know. I was giving your daughter the Zulu. So I didn't want to. I think he knew that I was giving his daughter the Zulu. So I said, so he said, well, where did you meet at? I said, back then I was young, we was clubbing all the time. I said, I met her down in Naha City at the club. And she gave me a ride home. I was screaming out there. That's what I told Joby I was doing that screaming thing. Joby, that's how I first learned about Jodeci, through her, through a Japanese lady. I learned about Jodeci because I didn't know who the fuck Jodeci was. I was in Japan. I didn't know that they just came out. So, because I was screaming outside the damn club, because I knew back then I was young and I looked good. I said, hey, I need a ride. So I wanted to see where would this work? It only could work if women had money, right? If women had their own careers and had money. I knew I could do it in America. I said, am I handsome to Asian women? Let me see. So I just started the club. So I started the club and I did that. I said, hey, I need a ride. They're going to give me a ride home. I need a ride. They're going to give me a ride. Of course, the mother go, hey, man, we'll get a ride back. But nah, man, go away. No, stupid. Not from your dumb asses. I'm going to see if a woman going to come and say that, that they'll take me home. You throw the fuck away. So I'm out there screaming, I need a ride. Who's going to give me a ride home? Anybody going to give me a ride? Am I going to have to walk? Somebody going to give me a ride? Anybody give me a goddamn ride, right? And so she pulled up in this banging ass car, the music. I said, God damn. She said, the Japanese accent, I give you a ride back to the base, back to. I said, motherfucker. I said, all right, that's what's up. I got it. Like I told you, I ain't gonna let some true story. I got it in. Jodeci was playing. I said, who the fuck is this? She said, Jodeci. I said, Jodeci? Who the fuck is Jodeci? She had with the Japanese. So saying Jodeci, she said Jodeci. Okay, I'm done. Okay, Joby, shit. So anyway, I talked to her father, and they gave me a car, but it was fucked up because I left. Remember, I left and went to Hawaii. I left that car because I was young. I wasn't faithful because I met a married lady there. Because I really want, to me, black women are the best. I met this black woman, but I know she was at first I know she was married. So I started kicking it with her. Because I really wanted a black woman.
Right.
No, I'm not busting. I always told you guys the truth. You'll never see me with no white woman and no pictures, nothing, ever. Nowhere. Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, family, we'll wrap this story up. Keith has been telling this story a couple of times.
Exactly. I told the story, but you'll never see. There's no pictures in me with being with no white woman. Now you might see me pictures with that white woman I went to Ukraine with. I did take pictures with her. If that surfaced, I never had sexual relationship with that white woman. That's for real. That's on the real. That's real. I tell you. So I never laid directly with the beast at all.
We'll wrap it up here. Allow
Much
me,
love.
please.
I know, Jebby. Go eat. Much love.
Before we start the next show, because I know everyone.
I didn't have no snow bunny, Big Cheese. I had an Asian bunny. I had no snow bunny. But I know no better. I get one fucked up like everybody. God damn it.
Yeah.
I wasn't like Joby's old boyfriend Zoe with goddamn 5 different goddamn white women.
Don't play no on my boyfriend.
I had to throw you in the bus, Joby, before we got out of here. Yeah.
Never. I don't like Sims, okay? I don't like Sims. When I start thinking something is wrong, I picked wrong. Okay, I can watch a man simp like that. That was an easy target of getting money after he walked away from his actual girlfriend. That was the actual girlfriend, not me. The actual girlfriend with a boyfriend,
I had to show you, Joby. Don't try to throw me under the bus.
Yes, I tell you, I hope you guys have had fun, right? It's been an amazing show, 2 hours in it, and see you guys in a few. For those who shall be joining us on the Black Kings frequency, kindly tune in. We call it actually the frequency. We want to remove the Black Kings because now we have two ladies, we have two of us, and the two men perspective on the panel. So
Look at the women. They got thrown with the king. They can't follow the kings. They got the name with the frequency. It's like every African woman don't want to follow the king. I mean, get rid of it. We was called the frequency. Damn you niggas.
they are comfortable with that. I don't know. We can still maintain it like that. We still get to make
Nah, it's your choice. I'm just laughing. It's your choice. I don't care what you come. It's your choice. Hey, we're gonna get rid of this king shit. It's the frequency now, niggas. Okay.
Period. But anyway, much love. Asante Lisa once again. Thank you so much to Novia. I really love your compliments, especially when you come after Keith. I kind of like it.
She can't come after me. I'm untouchable. I'm like Jesus, Novia. I'm like Jesus. I rise from the dead. I rise from the dead on these niggas.
Also, Big Cheese. Big Cheese has receipts that we don't know. Shout out to Big Cheese. It's not something we don't know. I
ain't got no white babies nowhere. You can miss me with that bullshit.
Shout out to Danny Harrison, shout out to Sister Jewel, shout out to everyone who has been with us on the chat. Literally, shout out to Kim Kale. I don't know if you knew on the chat, but shout out to you if you're still here. Shout out to Neteru, everyone who has been with us on the chat today. I really appreciate. Shout out to Osom Zales. I really appreciate so much. John Mosquito, and to all the amazing silent listeners who could not or are not comfortable pinning their comments and just still love our conversations. Asante Sana, see you guys in a few. We're coming back, I think in the next, I'm not sure how long I'm gonna take to eat lunch and eat what I'm gonna eat, but yeah.
We'll take your time. Shout out to Camus, Joby, Iraton, Shamani, and Demore for trending in the 254.
Yeah.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, we've had that video at 444,000 views right now on that platform.
And Katie, you can go fuck yourself before somebody else does.
You can go to hell for all I care for me, man. Much love for me.
Sucker was.